Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Sai Tech Guru. In this video, I'm going to compare the Realme X7 Max versus Realme GT device. Which phone is best option to buy for the Badwans mobile game lovers? This is a question which I'm getting from plenty of my subscribers asking me to make a dedicated video comparing between both phones. The main reason is because very soon we'll be seeing the Flipkart Big Billion Day sales. So they need to decide which phone to buy. So should they buy the Realme X7 Max for less price or should they spend extra money and go for the Realme GT? So that's what this video is about. In case if you're a gamer, you should definitely watch this video. So first thing, let me open the Badwans mobile game in both phones. So one quick note, both phones by default they got updated to the 90 FPS. Yes friends, by default you can actually play at 90 FPS in both phones. It's got updated, but the thing is that even though both phones are completely Realme, same company, but they behave completely different in terms of the processing this kind of high refresh rate. So that's the main problem with the Realme X7 Max. Not only me, there are so many comments which I'm getting that they bought the Realme X7 Max thinking that they can actually play a really good Badwans mobile game at 90 FPS, but that's not possible at this moment because of the Realme UI, which has a lot of restrictions. Not only from now, from the beginning of getting the official update in the 90 FPS in this phone, from the beginning, yes, same problem. Till I think it's been close to 3 months or 2 to 3 months, same still the problem not yet got fixed in the Realme X7 Max still. So right now, even with the recent update, we cannot even go above 70 FPS. It's completely capped only 70 FPS. So there might be a couple of other reasons as well, maybe because of heating issues and other issues. But at least before the update, we used to get 90 FPS if you use the brightness trick in the Realme X7 Max. So far in terms of the gaming and everything, the Realme GT is far better than the Realme X7 Max device in terms of the gaming. I'm not comparing the price. I know there's a lot of difference. Even if you get this phone for about 21,000 and this phone for about 33,000, 32,000, but still there's a huge price difference is there. But in terms of the performance wise, so Realme GT is really far better than the Realme X7 Max device. So here you can actually get the consistent 90 FPS. The word consistent 90 FPS means even if you don't touch the screen, it stays exactly at 90 FPS. As you can see, this is what consistent 90 FPS means. The main problem in the Realme X7 Max used to be before. So before, when the brightness stick used to work, if you don't touch the screen, the FPS from the 90 it used to decrease from 60 immediately when you don't touch the screen. And when you touch the screen, the FPS used to increase. So during this transformation, what happens is that sometimes you may feel the lag as well in terms of this kind of transition from 60 FPS jumping into directly to 90 FPS. So that's not going to happen in the Realme GT device in terms of the performance wise, in terms of the stability. It's going to give really very consistent stability. And if you try to look at the CPU and the GPU usage as well, it doesn't even consume much of the power. I mean, much of the percentage. And the heating issues little bit can be like kind of equal at this point between both phones if you play for a long time. Maybe slightly, maybe more on the Snapdragon 888 little bit, because Snapdragon 888 it's more power, little bit kind of consuming, and even more little bit of power heating generating as well when compared to the Realme X7 Max. So overall, right now, if you're a Badwans mobile gamer, I'll definitely advise you to go for the Realme GT. And both phone doesn't support any kind of 4D vibrations, even though you do have the option, which is very much unnecessary, and it doesn't support in both phones. So both phones don't have any kind of advantages in those. So except this kind of FPS advantage, the Realme GT has another advantage as well in terms of stability as well. So you can actually expect really good performance levels in terms of the gaming experience in the Realme GT. That's what I did like in the Realme GT in terms of the gameplay and everything. Overall, it's really good to play in the Realme GT, and you won't feel much lag, friends, to be frank. Yes, so I did use the other Snapdragon 870 chipsets as well, like iQOO 7 device and other phones. So this Snapdragon 888 also feels really good. So in case if you want the Realme phone, and in case if you want to game for next couple of years, maybe for 2 years or 3 years, and if you want to have that kind of top high-end processor, obviously prefer the Snapdragon 888 processor. That will be very good for the long term. So maybe for 3 years. So you may think now the Realme X7 Max is getting for less price, but the thing is that I'm not sure when they're going to fix this kind of issue. Yeah, no idea. There's so many users who actually want the 90 FPS to happen in the Realme X7 Max, but that cannot happen. It's because some of the users, they are really pissed off. As you can see, even though the phone gets heat, they want to play at 90 FPS. So I'm not sure, even some of the users, they are actually regretting of buying the Realme X7 Max because they think that the phone can actually support 90 FPS Badwans mobile game. And right now, it's very sad that buying the Realme X7 Max for BGMI is a bad idea. So not only this one or two comments, I'm getting plenty of comments on this one. As you can clearly see, friends, so many comments I'm getting regarding this Realme X7 Max device. So in the beginning, I thought as soon as I got the 90 FPS in the Realme X7 Max, I did mention that the problem may get fixed as soon as possible, maybe with the next software update. But after the official 90 FPS in the Realme X7 Max, there has been so many updates. I think close to 3 updates we did receive, but still now there is not even any kind of solution for this kind of problem apart from doing the brightness trick. So I'm not sure why we need to do this kind of brightness trick, and even now it doesn't even work, even the brightness trick as well. That's kind of another most frustrating thing at this moment. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video. This is a quick comparison between both phones. I think you got my point right. And final conclusion is that the Realme GT makes a lot of sense to buy in case if you're a battery-runs mobile gamer and if you want 90 FPS consistent and very stable performance, then always select the Realme GT with the Snapdragon 888 processor. So that's my review, friends, and final conclusion as well. After using both phones, that is what I did like in my experience of using the both devices. So don't get me wrong, even the Realme X7 Max is really good. But if you want 90 FPS, that's the way I'm trying to stress. 90 FPS and stable performance. So better go for the Realme GT. That's what I can definitely advise. So you can check my playlist also for more videos on the Realme GT, which I did upload, which may give you the clear idea what is going on with the both phones. And that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video, and in case if you have any other queries, let me know in the comment section below. This is a quick comparison between both phones. So which phone is the best option to buy? That's what I thought of letting you know. And see you in the next video, and let's stay tuned for more updates. Meanwhile, signing off. Bye.